What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. And today's build is going to be my Hazard Regen God build. That's right. I have max hazard, I have insane armor regen, and also I am rocking a whole lot of amplified damage. None of this is using meta weapons. So for all of you that don't have the Lady Death, Eagle Bearer, Pestilence, what have you, don't worry, I'm not using any of that for this build. I'm not even using a shield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some PvP gameplay. We're going to come back, do some build breakdowns, and then at the end I will randomly matchmake some sort of heroic mission. But alright, so shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom, and let's get into our PvP gameplay. Be right back. Enjoy.
Gear. Rogue striker drone detected. Enemy patrol detected. Landmark engaged. Agent down. Limited. Proximity coverage only. Healer arrived. Immediate medical assistance needed. 10 enemy gear detected. System survive.
That's it.
Detected.
Tango built that.
Extraction helo. Almost within range. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed the PvP gameplay. We were killing manhunts, going manhunt, you know, all that lovely stuff. I did not use this really in conflict because when I go into conflict, I'm more of a DPS player, and this is more of a tanky, hazard, regen, you know, survival player. So I use this more in the dark zone. It is perfect for running landmarks and stuff solo, and if you're in a group, this is a great run and gun build. That way you can just run through all of their skills and not get hurt. But alright, let's get into that build breakdown. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comment section below what you think. But alright, here it is. This is my Hazard Regen God build. Starting off with the specialization. I'm using the demo specialization. Reason being is it gives me that burn resistance, and it also gives me 2 more crit chance for both my weapons. For the hazard part of this build, just to go ahead and jump straight to it, I have 77.6 hazard regen. However, I have 97.4 bleed resistance, 97.6 burn resistance, and I have 87.6 ensnare resistance. So the only thing they can really get me with is riot foam, but it's really not gonna last that long. But alright, let's get back to it. So you know why I'm using the specialization. Let's talk about the weapons. Like I said, I'm not using any meta weapons. So for that reason, I am running a Vector with the rail splitter and a double barrel sawed off. Starting off with the Vector. One of my favorite Vectors in the game. I even made a video all about it. This is the Vector SBR 9mm. It's hitting at 61.3k total damage and 1260 RPMs. And don't forget that mag size of 53 rounds. Now, as far as the attributes, this is God rolled, so I have max SMG damage, max rate of fire, and max crit chance. For the talent, I am using Optimist. For every 10% ammo missing from my magazine, I get 3% weapon damage. Now for my secondary, I'm using the Rail Splitter. This one is at 64.1k total damage with 900 RPMs and a 50 round magazine. Now as far as the attributes, this one is God rolled, so max AR damage, max health damage, and max damage to targets out of cover. Now the Rail Splitter has that talent perfectly accurate, so I have 50% more accuracy. And then looking at my sidearm, I'm using the double barrel sawed off. 962k total damage with max shotgun damage, 10% damage to armor, and some rate of fire. Also comes with close and personal, so every time I get a kill within 7 meters, I gain 30% weapon damage. Now, these are the weapons. Obviously, it would be better off if you use, you know, the meta weapons, whether it be the Pestilence, Eagle Bearer, Lady Death, what have you. Obviously, I'm trying to cater to the more, you know, overall player. But if you do have the Lady Death, Eagle Bearer, Pestilence, what have you, throw it on here. It'll make the build even better. Now, looking at the gear items, I am running 1 Sokolov Concern, 2 Golan, 1 Yawl gear, the Emperor's Guard knee pads, and 1 Bellstone Armory. That puts me at I'm at 74.3k armor regen, and and that's with 1.7 million armor. Now, doing deep dives into the gear, let's start off with the mask. This is the Sokolov Concern mask. It is God rolled. Now, the Sokolov Concern brand set bonus I get from this build, 10% SMG damage. Now, this is the only red core attribute I'm running on any of my gear items. And yeah, so I have max weapon damage, max armor regen, and max hazard protection. For the mod, I chose 10% bleed resistance. Going to the backpack. Golden Gear backpack. Now the Golden Gear brand set bonuses I get from this build, 10% status and 1% armor regen. Now as far as the attributes, it is God rolled, max armor regen, and max hazard protection. For the mod, I chose 10% ensnare resistance. Now the talent, I'm running Adrenaline Rush. It's really the only other way I'm going to get damage from this build is using Intimidate with that one red core attribute. This is mainly a tanky build, so you can tank through their skills, tank through their bullets, and then, mow them down. Now, Adrenaline Rush, whenever I am within 10 meters of an enemy or a skill, I gain bonus armor. It'll stack up to 3 times. Now, for PvE, it is 20% per stack, and for PvP, it is 10% per stack. So just remember that it is different in PvP and PvE. Going down to the gloves, Y'all Gear gloves. Now the Y'all Gear brand set bonus I get from this build, 10% hazard protection. For the attributes, I'm running armor 165k, hazard regen 9.9 or hazard protection 9.9, and armor regen maxed out. Going to the chest piece, I am using the Hunter Killer chest piece. Now this one is not God rolled, but pretty close. I have max armor regen, and 9.2 hazard protection. For that mod, I'm using another bleed resistance of 9.8. Now the cool thing about this chest piece is it comes with perfect intimidate, which is the same in PvP and PvE. So while you have bonus armor, it amplifies all your total weapon damage by 40% to all the enemies within 10 meters. And like I said, that is PvE and PvP. 40%. Pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Going to the holster. Bellstone Armory holster. Now the Bellstone Armory brand set bonus I get from this build, 1% armor regen. That, gives me what? Now I'm at 2%, and then from the knee pads I'll have 3%. Now as far as the attributes, God rolled, max armor regen, and hazard protection. And then last but certainly not least, the Emperor's Guard knee pads. These are the named Murakami Industry knee pads with that 1% armor regen. Now as far as the attributes, I have max armor and 8.5 hazard protection. And that is the build. That is the deep dive. Now as far as the dark zone, I run it with a decoy and a stinger hive. Reason being is the stinger hive will make people freak out, even though it's a tier 0. It's still pretty funny to watch them freak out. And then also the decoy, believe it or not, more times than not, the enemy will shoot your decoy. It's pretty funny. So drop down a decoy, do a little run and gun, and when they're in your face, drop down the stinger, watch them freak out, and mow them down. Pretty simple. Alright, let's finish off with the stats. Alright, so these stats are going to be for my Vector. 61.3k weapon damage with 20.4k PvP weapon damage. I have 43 crit chance, 50 crit damage, and 70 headshot damage. Going down to the offensive tab, I'm at 25% all weapons damage bonus and 40% SMG damage bonus. So every time I use the Vector, I have 65% damage bonus total. Looking at my gear talents, I am running Adrenaline Rush and Perfect Intimidate. Defensive tab, 1.655 million armor with 74.3k armor regen. I'm just under 333k health. Explosive resistance is 10%, but that's due to my watch level. And then the hazard, like I was saying, 77.6 overall, but my bleed and burn are both over 97. and my ensnare is over 87. Now, like I said with the explosive resistance, same goes with hazard. 10% of each come from my watch level. So this is the disclaimer I do for all my build videos. If you are at or above shade level 1000, all of these attributes should be maxed out 50 of 50. If that is the case, all you have to do is copy and paste my build and you will get the exact same numbers and results. Pretty simple. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these attribute boxes will not be maxed out and you will not be able to get the exact same numbers. So just remember that your watch level does matter. Excuse me. Alright, and that is it. That is the Hazard Regen God build with max bleed and burn hazard, almost max ensnare resistance, and a crap ton of armor regen. This is a lot of fun. I know you guys just watched all that PvP gameplay, but let's finish it up with some PvE gameplay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to matchmake, random mission on heroic. Why not? That's what 99% of you guys play anyways. Now I know that, you know, the 1% or the, 5% of you that play legendaries, I understand you want every single build to be in a legendary, but that's just not the case. Alright, here we go.
Protocol can be initiated from a panel in the lab above you. Stay put once you pull the trigger.
See how this goes.
Be safe. Top floor, you can't miss it. It's right in the
what?
middle of the lab.
Hold on, what mission is this? We are in DCD headquarters. Alright.
Whatever's happening over there, we need to shut it.
Virus samples detected.
Now for PvE, I'm going to switch off the decoy for a jammer. And let's see. We'll stick with the stinger. Now for this part, all we have to do is run into this room and it'll count it down. See? So you don't even have to shoot these enemies, you just run into this room and it'll do the countdown so you can just move on. A lot of people don't know this, that's why they just shoot the enemies right here in front of me. But as long as you just go straight into the room, you can move on. I learned that from doing a speed run, actually.
I guess you could call that clean.
There we go. We're actually nearly done with this mission.
They've sent a machine.
Serious trauma detected.
Yo, what?
Agent.
You guys see how that suicide bomber wouldn't die and then he
Should be
blew
able
me
to
up?
access the morgue at the far
Some
end
bullshit.
of the West Wing construction site. If they haven't been disposing of the corpses properly, we could have another outbreak on
There
our
we go.
hands.
And that is reason 1,100,031 on why we should have explosive resistance with hazard. Because that suicide bomber still one-hit me. But it is what it is. Alright, let's do a little rail splitter action here. Oh, that was a elite suicide bomber.
I think the
gonna jump
outcast
down?
using blood from an asymptomatic carrier. Someone who's infected but doesn't show symptoms. If I'm right, they're weaponizing green poison and turning it loose on the city. Destroy anything that might be contaminated.
Alright. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, gotta wait again. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Dang, man. Taking his sweet time. Bama. Taking your sweet time. I like your hat, though. Nice. Pretty cool hat.
Emily's the head of the outcasts. If she's an asymptomatic carrier, they've got an endless supply of the virus to play with.
Agent, your route out is
Alright.
to the DCD Research Library.
Hey, while you're in there,
Keep it
do me a
going.
favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
Too bad there's really not a lot of, I guess, hazard and status effects that go into this map. So using an all-hazard build with Arbor Regen isn't really the best for doing these missions, but I'm just showing you you can do it. Yo, get off the damn cup. Thank you. Christ. Come out here. Come on. Now they're up top. There we go.
DCD's data analysis lab is just ahead. See what data you can grab for Kelso.
Data transfer initiated.
Not bad.
Agent down.
I got you, Bama. Man. Here you go. I like how the suicide bomber kills me one shot earlier, but that time it didn't even injure me. These things are so hit and miss. Yo, what? Man, come on. Ba-boom. Yo, they really about to jump down here again?
An agent needs
Oh,
assistance.
that just took out two people at
transfer
once.
completed.
Jesus. I got you, bro. Pick yourself up, soldier. You're still in the fight. Alright. last part of the mission.
Clear to get out of there. With the lab and samples destroyed, I don't think the outcasts are going to be able to do much else from here.
Thanks for getting me that data to play with.
Hostiles are moving to your position. Suggest an egress through the courtyard.
But yeah, I definitely would not recommend running, you know, all blue hazard protection and armor regen for like doing PvE stuff. Just because you're not doing a lot of damage. It's mainly for PvP, just because of people and their status effects builds, but I dig it. Yo, who are we missing? Come on.
Here they come.
Wait like the
Be
full
careful.
30 seconds every time. Alright, here we go. That was a million hit marker. I bet I can make a YouTube video on that. 1 million hit.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Yeah, I got it. Watch my armor regen now. See how my armor regen's just kicking in?
Agent down.
Oh, come on. Oh, there's NPCs behind us. These guys are sitting behind their turrets. Come on, no? Thank you. There you go. Boom. Very simple. Alright, we'll see how my damage and all that stacked up. I did join in, what, like halfway through the map? Let's see what happened. Oh, dang! I nearly caught them on damage and kills. Dang! And I joined in that late? Shit. 34 million damage on the boss, 7 weak points. Let's see, real crit percentages. I'm at 35 crit chance and 42 crit damage. Let's see. 35 and 42.
An agent is no
I mean,
longer
that's
in
pretty
your
close.
group.
That means I was getting about 80% of what I usually get. Okay. It's not bad. Not bad at all. But alright. So, I hope you enjoyed it. That is going to be pretty short just because I'm not playing this in PvE. I did that just solely so you can see it. But I mainly just do this in the Dark Zone. Helps out against those status effects builds and it lets you run and gun. But alright, so now that you have seen the intro, the PvP gameplay, my build breakdown, and then finally some random heroic matchmake for PvE gameplay, I am going to end the build video there. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm Kamikazevondoom. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.